So, we are getting towards the end of Daniel Warren Johnson's comic run on Transformers, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about why I think it's the best Transformers comic. And well, I haven't read every single Transformers comic ever printed. There are a lot. I've read quite a few though. So I think I can share a little bit about what I think makes this comic run so special. I think it really boils down to how much heart the series has for the franchise as a whole, as well as just the medium of comics and just trying to tell a good story that connects with the reader. I watch a lot of Daniel Warren Johnson's own YouTube videos as well as all of his guest appearances on other podcasts. And he is a genuine Transformers fan, but he also hasn't engaged as fully with the franchise as a lot of the other fans that are submitting letters to him in the letter pages of the comic. He's a G1 guy, and you can really feel his passion for Generation 1 Transformers when looking at the book, when seeing his artwork. He really cares deeply about the character of Optimus Prime, much more than I do, honestly. This book made me fall in love with Optimus Prime all over again, making him feel like a new character while honoring the past. And I think he's just a really good writer. I haven't actually engaged with his other work yet outside of Transformers, but I'm really looking forward to deep diving into his other comics. They all look really good. And as sad as it is that his comic run is coming to a close, I think it's a really good thing as well that he just got to tell this nice, condensed 24-issue storyline for Transformers and just knock it out of the park. It was such a home run after home run. And yeah, I'm looking forward still to Robert Kirkman's run starting with issue 25 as well as seeing Dan Mora's art. I like the other books in the Energon Universe as well. I like Void Rivals. But man, Daniel Warren Johnson's Transformers, it's just something else. It's just been so much fun seeing what he does with Starscream, Shockwave, Soundwave, and now Megatron. Oh my gosh, it's just been so much fun. And I'm excited to see where Robert Kirkman will take them. How will he possibly top all of these character arcs that Daniel Warren Johnson crafted? How will he continue them and introduce more new characters to spice things up? They've been teasing for a while that the Dinobots are going to be added to the comic soon. I really hope that we get to see some really cool stuff for Grimlock that, just deepens his character. There's so many directions you can go with Grimlock. He's changed so much over just the last 10 years even, since Age of Extinction came out. And all the other Dinobots as well, they all deserve more spotlight. They have always captured the imagination of children across the world. They are very important characters to the Transformers multiverse, and I really want to see what they do with it. That's a very important element to Transformers. Also, I need to talk a little bit more about the art. The art is just so magical. I loved all of the art from the Marvel Transformers comic and the IDW Transformers comics, but man, Daniel Warren Johnson and Jorge Corona, they just blow it out of the park so much. The comic has so much life to it in every page. My gosh, Dan Mora has some really big shoes to fill. And I think Dan Mora will do a really good job. I really like his work in DC. So let's see how he does with these big old robots. So far I've been keeping this video primarily spoiler free, but now I want to talk a little bit about Ultra Magnus. They really went into a bold direction with Ultra Magnus, having him go through even more trauma with Shockwave, as if Transformers Animated didn't give him enough baggage with Shockwave. But I feel like the comic still understands the core of Ultra Magnus's character, and he really shined in the last issue, issue 23. Ultra Magnus is just so cool. I hope one day he actually becomes a Prime, like he should have during the Power of the Primes toy line. But yeah, this comic really makes up for that L he took during Power of the Primes. And yeah, he's just awesome. I can't wait to read issue 24. It's going to be so good. I think that's all I really have to say in this video. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video after Robert Kirkman's Transformers run starts going. I've done a couple of other Transformers videos on the channel before. Like I did one where I explained how you can get into the Transformers franchise as a newbie. You should really check that video out after this one. Alright, bye.